This is the AB4WS radio show. Every week, bringing you the exciting amateur radio news and information happening in the greater Cincinnati, Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana areas.
The AB4WS radio show can be found on the Apple Podcast app or your favorite podcast application. Hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving and finds some great ham radio bargains on Black Friday. Usually on Thursday nights at 7 p.m., the Kentucky D-Star Net is held on D-Star on reflector REF 056 Bravo. But in the month of November, the nets on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. have been held on the XLX 721 multi-mode reflector to give those that do not have D-Star a chance to check in, show off the interoperability of this multi-mode reflector and its usefulness in the event of an emergency, event, disaster, or significant event in the Commonwealth. This Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, is the last time to check into the net, which has been announced that everyone who has checked in will be entered into the drawing to win an RF Shark Open Spot 4 Pro. And Ray, KY4RW, announced that if you check into the net on Thanksgiving, you will get 2 chances to win the grand prize. To connect to XLX 721 on D-Star, use DCS 721 Alpha to connect or XLX 721 Alpha. On Fusion, use your Fusion hotspot and connect to YSF 51149. For DMR, use talk group 3121232. All these different digital voice modes will be heard by everyone on the reflector in their own native mode of the radio. Also, the KY4RW-L link will be available to connect over Echolink. And remember, this runs all the time, so you can use it on any of these modes, even when the net is not on. So connect up to XLX 721 multi-mode reflector and check it out. And good luck on winning that RF Shark Open Spot 4 Pro. Congratulations to newly licensed hams at the Northern Kentucky Amateur Radio Club VE testing session. Jeff Beck, KQ4YVT. Walter Deller, KQ4YZH. Brandon Parker, KE9BYG. And David Zimmer, KQ4YVI. And also congratulations to 2 hams who upgraded to general class. Harold Haas, KE9ATJ. And Todd Sayers, KY4TLS. And then, not to be left out, Christopher Lesko, KQ4WPR, who passed both general and extra class exams. Congratulations. Well done, gentlemen. Roy East, KE4MZN of Maysville, Kentucky, became a silent key. The 81-year-old was a member of the Mason County Amateur Radio Association and a U.S. Air Force veteran. Henry Sonny Hodge, KD4YQQ of Lancaster, Kentucky, became a silent key, who was first licensed as a ham radio operator when he was 13 years old. He was a member of the Lake Cumberland Amateur Radio Association. He was also an Air Force veteran. John Long, KD4UBJ of Versailles, Kentucky, became a silent key, a longtime police dispatcher and amateur radio operator. Western Kentucky is mourning the loss of Ed Pfluger, AB4IQ, who unexpectedly became a silent key this past week. Ed was an accomplished DXer with top of the honor roll status for DXCC. He also served as a card checker with the ARRL and CQ for many years. He was a longtime member of the Paducah Amateur Radio Association. Ed was a Vietnam veteran. Our condolences to all the family and friends of all these silent keys. The next Youth on the Air camp for the Americas has been scheduled for June 15th to the 20th, 2025 in Denver area of Thornton, Colorado. The camper application period is open on December 1st, 2024 at youthontheair.org. Eligible youth are licensed ham radio operators between the ages of 15 and 25. Up to 50 campers will be accepted with a priority given to those first-time attendees. For more information about the event, go to youthontheair.org/Denver 2025. Contact Camp Director Neil Rapp, WB9VPG, at director@youthontheair.org. The Santa Net is returning to the airways this year on November 29th and will run through Christmas Eve. The net takes place every evening at 7 p.m. Central Time on 3.916 MHz. Operators may check in up to a half an hour before the 7 p.m. start time. It's also live streamed on YouTube. Ho, ho, ho! Amateur radio operators younger than 25 years of age will be on the air as a special event stations around the world and throughout the month of December in celebration of Youth on the Air. It will be on all bands and modes at various times. Listen out for call signs K8Y, K80, K8T, and W8A, as well as international call signs ending in YOTA. Last year, the youth made over 100,000 QSOs in the month of December for the event. For more information, go to events.ham-yota.com. The 25th Annual Skywarn Recognition Day will be on December 7, 2024. This annual event is celebrating its 25th anniversary and was established in 1999 by the National Weather Service and the ARRL to commemorate the contributions of Skywarn volunteers. Using amateur radio and other means of communications, trained Skywarn weather spotters provide real-time ground information to the National Weather Service offices. The ham volunteers can also provide vital communications between National Weather Service and local emergency management officials when other means of communications go down. The special event will run from 000 to 2359 UTC on December 7th, where amateur radio operators will exchange QSO information with as many amateur radio Skywarn spotters and National Weather Service stations as possible on 80, 40, 20, 15, 10, 6, and 2 meters. To register for the event, go to www.weather.gov/CRH/Skywarn Recognition. On December 7th, from noon to 2 p.m. is the Lake Cumberland Amateur Radio Association Christmas Dinner at 45 Crabapple Lane. Rumor has it that Santa will be there to talk to the kids. On December 12th at 6:30 p.m., the Queen City Emergency Net will hold their annual holiday party at the Red Cross Building, 2111 Dana Avenue in Cincinnati, Ohio. There'll be an email going out for you to RSVP to sign up and contribute food for the event. On December 14th, the Brunch Bunch will be meeting at the Red Robin Gourmet Burgers, located at 7250 Houston Road in Florence, Kentucky, at the corner of Kentucky 18 and Houston Road, just west of I-75. The Queen City Emergency Net will be participating in the ARRL 10-meter contest on Saturday, December 14th at the club's radio station, W8VVL, at 2111 Dana Avenue in Cincinnati, Ohio. For more information on the 10-meter contest, go to ARRL.org/10-meter. December 16th is the Northern Kentucky Amateur Radio Club Christmas Dinner at 7 p.m. at the Golden Corral on Houston Road in Florence, Kentucky. Please RSVP on the nkarc-publicgroups.io.
Repeater news.
Are you looking for the most up-to-date list of repeaters in the greater Cincinnati area? Well, I've compiled and tried to keep up-to-date an Excel spreadsheet of repeaters in the greater Cincinnati area. Tabs separate the bands, modes, and you can easily look up just for DMR repeaters or 2-meter analog repeaters and so on. The list includes 2 meters, 220, 440, 6 meters, D-Star, DMR, C4FM, P25, and some other classifications as well. Every time I update the file, I include the date in the file name so you know you have the latest update. To download the file, go to the AB4WS Radio Show Facebook page and go to the file section and download the most recent file. Any errors, problems, additions, or corrections, email me at ab4ws.radio@gmail.com. The Triple Nickel Simplex Group is working on putting up a new 220 MHz repeater in the outskirts of Louisville, Kentucky on 224.900, a minus 1.6 offset, and a DTS tone of 365N. So program those 220 radios and listen out for it to be on the air. Speaking of 220 MHz, the Amateur Radio Transmitting Society of Louisville, Kentucky has a 220 net every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on the KA4MKT repeater on 224.300 with a minus 1.6 offset with no PL tone. The repeater is located in the Fern Valley area of Louisville. Go over and check it out and check into the net.
Hamfest.
December 7th is the Fulton County Winterfest 2024 at the Ruley Park Pavilion in Archbold, Ohio from 9 a.m. to noon. Talk in on the 147.195 repeater. For more information, go to k8bxq.org. On Sunday, January 19, 2025, is the Sunday Creek Amateur Radio Federation Hamfest at the Shade Community Center, 2380 Old US 33 in Shade, Ohio. For more information, email Jeremy, KC8QDQ at JERAMY_DUNCAN@yahoo.com.
Are you looking to upgrade your license? Do you have someone else that's interested in the hobby? Here are some upcoming exam opportunities.
The Milford Amateur Radio Club holds amateur radio testing on the third Thursday of each month at 6 p.m. at the Miami Township Civic Center, 6101 Meyer Drive in Milford, Ohio. Please pre-register at milfordhamradio.org. The Dayton Amateur Radio Association has exams frequently. For their exam schedule, email exams.w8bi@gmail.com. On December 4th at 6 p.m., the Dial Radio Club will be offering amateur radio exam session at 2806 Manchester Road in Middletown, Ohio. To register, go to hamstudy.org/sessions/DIAL. On December 7th at 10 a.m., the amateur radio exam session will be held at the Georgetown Police Department, 550 Bourbon Street in Georgetown, Kentucky. You must register at hamstudy.org/sessions/WX4GPS. On December 7th at 10 a.m., the Silver Creek Amateur Radio Association will hold an amateur radio testing session at the Sharon Center United Methodist Church, 6407 Ridge Road in Wadsworth, Ohio. For more information, contact Daniel Kinford at 216-702-8384. On December 14th at 10 a.m., the Westchester Amateur Radio Association will host an amateur radio exam session at the Voice of America Museum, 8070 Tylersville Road in Westchester, Ohio. Please pre-register at hamstudy.org/sessions/WSC8VOA. Special thanks to this week's content contributors: KO4XJ, KY4RW, KN4COE, KY4GW, WB8YYS, KD8ZLD, K9HIO, N8LAR, K4NKU.
If you have something you think other amateur radio operators in the area would be interested in, send the information or your recorded audio file attached in an email to ab4ws.radio@gmail.com.
Covering your amateur radio news and information in the greater Cincinnati, Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana tri-state area. This is Jack Prindle, AB4WS in Big Bone, Kentucky.